Good morning and welcome to another video. So recently I've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed because there's a whole lot of books that I really want to get to right now, but I'm also in the middle of like 16 other books. So I thought that I would kind of get that satisfaction I'm looking for by talking about these books in a video. So today's video is going to be 8 books that I really want to get to as soon as possible. So the first 3 are ebooks. The first one is The Cool Prince by Holly Black, and I have that on my Libby app. So I actually already have it borrowed and I only have like 18 days left with it, so I really have to like get a step on it like as soon as possible. So I don't know much about this book besides that it's a YA fantasy and it has fae in it, and that's it. I know it's popular on BookTube right now, and the reason why I want to read it is because the second book, I believe, has to do with the water or sea creatures or mermaids or something, and that is very interesting to me. So I want to read The Cool Prince so I can get to the second one. The next 2 books are ARCs that I got on NetGalley. I want to read these as soon as possible because I've been kind of having some difficulties with NetGalley with getting approved for books. So I want to read these like very close to when I got approved for them so I can write a review, just prove myself trustworthy. So the first one is Stay Awake by Megan Golden. This is a psychological thriller with an unreliable narrator, and it has to do with loss of memory and I believe it's a murder mystery. So it's about this lady who wakes up in a taxi and she's got no memory like of what's happening at all, and she goes home and there's a stranger in her house and kicks her out, and she's like very confused, but she finds out that she's like covered in blood and she has to kind of piece her memory together so that she can clear herself of this murder. I'm very excited. I want to read this so bad, but it's like I have to finish reading so many books before I can get to this, and I'm really sad about it. But I want to read this so bad. It sounds so cool. I love psychological thrillers. I love unreliable narrators. I'm just really excited. The next one is For Butter or Worse by Erin LaRosa. This is a rom-com and I know absolutely nothing about it, but the name of it just sounded so funny. It kind of makes me think that there might be some cooking elements involved, and I love cooking and baking, and I love reading about it too. Beyond that, I have no idea what kind of tropes they are. I don't know if it's enemies to lovers, I don't know, second chance romance, fake dating, I don't know. But it's an arc and I want to get to it as soon as possible. So the rest of them I do have the physical copies for, and the first one is The Fear by Natasha Preston. This is her most recent release, and I bought it as soon as I found out about it. Like I actually pre-ordered it and it came in like 2 days later, and I've been wanting to read it so bad since I got it. Natasha Preston is definitely one of my favorite authors, but she's one of those like guilty pleasure authors where her writing's not that good, but I love it so much. So like I try not to recommend her books to people because like they're not gonna get it and they're gonna be like, that's your book taste, but like it is. Oh no. Looks like one of my cats got to it. I'm a little bit sad. Was it you? It probably wasn't her. I don't know what this book is about, but all of her books are thrillers in some form or another, some kind of murder mystery thriller kind of thing. I don't know. I'm interested and I want to add it to my collection. So next we have The Drawing of the Three by Stephen King. This is one of his Dark Tower series, and I'm actually doing my own series where I read each of these books and I like review them and stuff. And this is the next book. I read the first one. It took me like forever, and for some reason it's taking me forever to pick this book up. I actually did read the first like 30 or so pages, but then like I have deadlines for other things and I'm trying to do just too much. But I want to get to this as soon as possible because I really enjoyed the first one, and I'm really looking forward to see where it goes from here because it kind of just picks up right after the second one ends. So very excited to get to this. I gotta make it a priority. All right, next I've been in kind of the YA fantasy mood. So we've got A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series. I read the first one like about a year ago now, and I've had this one for like 9 months, maybe longer. I want to read it so bad. I actually started reading it and I got to page 30. I'm noticing a trend here. Anyways, so I read about 30 pages of this and I put it down because I had deadlines for other things and I just didn't get to pick it back up again. So if you don't know, A Court of Thorns and Roses is kind of a Beauty and the Beast, YA, fantasy, fae kind of situation. And book 2 is taking place like right after it, and I'm really excited to see where this book goes and just continue on the series because I have the very last one, like the gray cover, I can't remember what it's called, and that one is from a different point of view, so I thought that I could read them out of order, but like, I don't know, I just kind of don't want to, so I want to finish reading this series before I pick up that one. And then we got Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo. This is a YA heist fantasy. That's really all I know about it. I know it got turned into a TV show, and I have this one, and I have the second one because they were like half off, and I just want to get to it. Recently, I've been in a heist mood. I've been trying to find as many heist movies as I can watch just to kind of like scratch that itch, I guess. But I just like want to read this. Like, I just want to read this. And the last book I want to read, like, really badly is one of these wrapped books. And I'm kind of upset that I wrapped it because now I'm going to have to search for it and probably read a bunch of other books before I can even get to it, which is, I mean, kind of the point why I wrapped it. But it is The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. The third book in the series just came out recently, like a couple months ago, and I haven't even read the first one, but I don't want to miss out, you know? So this book is, I believe it's a romance, and it's about this girl who inherits like a ton of money from this guy that she's not related to and has no real connection to, I think. But there's like a bunch of people that are living in his house, like his family, and there's some kind of like conflict happening between her and the family that didn't get any of the inheritance. And I just heard it was really good, and I heard it's compared to Knives Out, and I love that movie, so I want to read it. Yeah, I actually I made this list of like books that I really want to read like really soon, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna add more books here. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you read any of these books and which one I should prioritize first. Also, let me know if you just read a super amazing book that I have to add to this list of books that I have to get to as soon as possible. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!